For the iris earring, start with 6 cords, 40 centimeters each, and we're going to attach them all onto your jewelry piece with a lark's head knot. You can tighten each lark's head knot just by pulling down and pushing up with your thumb, just so that they're all at the same tension. Now we're going to start with square knots with each group of 4, so there's 3 groups of 4. Square knot for each group. For the second level, we're simply going to make 2 square knots using 2 cords from this group and 2 cords from this group, attaching them with a square knot. You want to make sure that you're not pulling too tight so that you keep a little bit of a gap in between the knots. The next one you're going to make is with these 2 cords and these 2 cords from this group. The third layer is just the 4 middle cords to make 1 more square knot. Next, we're going to do double half hitch knots to close in this triangle here. We're going to do 2 rows on both sides. So your outermost cord is your lead cord. You're going to pull it down in this direction and knot the other cords around it until you get to the center cord on the left. So the 2 cords in the middle, you only want to do the one on the left when you're on the left side, so that there's an equal number of cords on each side. And now I'm going to switch to the right side using the outermost right cord as my lead cord. This is the last one you do on the right side, and then you're going to join the triangle together at the bottom. Doesn't matter which cord you use as the lead cord to do this. I'm just going to continue on this side since I'm already on it. And 1 more knot to complete the triangle. We're going to do 1 more row of half hitch knots on either side. Again, outermost cord is my lead cord, and you begin knotting around to the middle. And now I'm going to switch to my other side using the outermost cord for the lead cord. So now again, I'm at the center and I need to close my triangle. Doesn't matter which cord, I'm going to choose this side and do 2 half hitches to close it off. What I like to do before I cut the cords and brush them out is I like to tighten the knots a little bit and pull down on the cords to make sure that they're almost pointing in the right direction. For the brushed out cord, you want it to be facing down. If the knot is pulled up tight in this direction, it's going to stick out. So you want to pull it down, make sure they're all uniform so that when you're ready to cut, they look nice and pretty. So the size of the fringe is up to you. Some people just cut it straight across and brush it out. For this style, we've done it so that it's this diamond or triangle pattern, but this part's up to you. You can do your own thing. So I pull them down and you're gonna cut one side at a time, following the same angle that these lines are in. And it's okay if you don't get the first cut exactly right on the first try, because a lot of the fine tuning comes after you've brushed it out. Before I brush it, I like to untwist the cords a bit, makes it easier on the brush. So once you've unraveled them a little bit, you're going to grab your brush or your comb and comb them out. I like to comb them from both sides to really get them nice and straight. Once they're all combed out, I kind of go again like we did before I cut and pull the knots, tighten them, kind of try and direct the cords in the angle that you want. And then once they're in that position that you want, you can fix the trim. You're always going to find little stragglers, so after you cut and you think you're happy with it, brush it out again. Shape it with your fingers and see, look at those little ones that stick out. Needs a couple of rounds of brushing and trimming to get it just right. And now you also have the choice of leaving it just nice and soft like this. But sometimes when you wear them, the shape gets a little bit out of place. So you have the choice of buying a stiffening spray or using a hairspray. And all you would do is spray a little bit on, comb it through when it's wet, lay it on a nice flat surface, let it dry, and shape it with your hands again, as many layers as you need to do. And that will make sure that it stays in this position.